Good morning and welcome to News and Coffee Time brought to you by Intrieste.com. We'll be reading the headlines of Il Piccolo in English daily, so grab yourself a cup of coffee and follow us along. We're skipping over the national news and are only concentrating on the local Trieste's headlines. We're bringing you local news one day at a time. The front page of Il Piccolo this Monday, February 21st reads, various cancellations of Frecce trains to Milan is making it that much harder to get to Milan from the city of Trieste. New rules on accessing the Duino Cliffs by sea. Various Frecce trains have been cancelled to Milan. The usual train at 6 a.m., which gets you to Milan at 10 a.m., has been cancelled various times this past few weeks due to pandemics, says Il Piccolo. Various workers of the trains are in quarantine, and thus they're not enough workers to continue the train running. It is in foreseeable future the trains will continue to be canceled in the next couple of weeks. Lifestyles in Friuli Venezia Giulia. There's little attention to what we eat, and we use excessive amount of sugar. Less cigarettes and more books. This is the attitude of most residents of Friuli Venezia Giulia, who smoke less, according to new research, but read more. Trieste and the cable car protest continue. Last Saturday, thousands of people went to sign against the cable car project in Trieste. The cable car, which is supposed to connect Porto Vecchio to Opicina, as proposed by Comune di Trieste, is going to make Trieste that much more appealing to tourists and will also make it that much easier to get to Opicina and back with about 15 minutes ride. The opposition says that it is not sustainable in a city where Bora wind is basically permanent. 1,000 people came down to Piazza Borsa on Saturday morning under the rain to sign the petition against the cable car. Apparently, the mayor of Trieste said that the left-right wing parties are always against innovation, to which the leader of Adesso Trieste, Riccardo Laterza, said that you can't equate the left-wing party to the so-called no se può, and you can't do it attitude of Triestini. You have to listen to what people have to say, said the left-wing representative Francesco Russo. An eventful weekend in Trieste. San Luigi, vandals broke windows in a parking lot in San Luigi and San Lorenzo neighborhoods. A 90-year-old woman passed away while driving her car in Canal Piccolo, the tiny street connecting Piazza Borsa. Last Saturday, 300 people marched against the Green Pass in Barcola this past Sunday. Nidi di Percussionaria, these plans, there's a growing number of these plans across Trieste and Carso, which is dangerous, says Il Piccolo, for dogs who could pick it up and they could be poisonous. Al Rifugio, a medieval pub in Via Giulia, is looking for a new director, a new property owner. This is the picture of the pub Al Rifugio in Via Giulia. You will not need to pay taxes to access Duino Cliffs via water any longer. El Chinchut, a weekly insert in El Piccolo in Triestine dialect. Humor in Triestine dialect. Don't forget to pick the Piccolo up. In the culture section of today's El Piccolo, Pasolini is always fighting under the eyes of the world with his camera. Chiara Vidonis and Caspio in the competition of music culture, the two Triestini in competition to get in the musical competition, Music Cultura, from Beethoven to Della Piccola in 5 Steps with Bellucci, Quaderno Musicale in Circolo Istria, weather forecast. It's going to be partially cloudy today with highs in 7 degrees Celsius in Trieste. This was News and Coffee Time brought to you by Trieste.com. Thank you for listening.